Hello, welcome to the House of the Spirit. Welcome home. This reading today is about the shadows. So, what is in the shadows, and what do you need to know about what is happening in the shadows? So, pile number one, we have Capricorn, Aquarius, Aries, and Gemini. And your card is the Blackbird. For the second pile, we have Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, and Libra. Your card is the Banes. For the third pile, we have Sagittarius, Virgo, Cancer, and Pisces. Your card is the Owl. Okay, I will give you a moment for you to choose your pile using the card. The zodiac signs are just your intuition. I will see you in your reading. Pile number one, you have the Blackbird. And this card was really inspiring me to look at the composition that the artist chose for this card, because the crescent moon is right here at the bottom and he is looking up. So above him there's nothing but the night sky, clear night sky. You see the stars. To me, this is about the mystery of life also. And because this card is about enchantment, and we know that the Blackbird, he sings when there's the change from day to night, and also from night to day, but he announces the change. So he calls the other blackbirds, and he says that he's going to retreat. He's going into his cave here, and this is the calling. So this is the first calling of the mystery. I find it really odd that the artist chose to put the moon here, because looking at this, I would say that the placement, like the predictable placement for the moon, would be here, since you would have this line here with the eye of the bird and the cave. But it's as if he's calling our attention to the void, to the mystery, the darkness of the sky and the darkness of the cave. So you also have the Lewis Oem here, and this Oem is about protection from charms, let's say from spells, which is also interesting. Okay, so maybe this reading is about some sort of mystery in your life. Let's see. I'll get you your Oem now. Perfect. So you have Faith, and this is about beginning, new beginnings, and purification or cleansing. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, correct. Okay. Let's see what else is in the shadow for pile number one. What else is in the shadow? That's a lot of cards, but yeah, okay. Let's go with the flow. Oh, sorry for that, the reverse. And I need to see something here. Okay, so you have the Dark Lady. Sorry. So now we have Luminous Doom. Let's see if the cards are, yeah, Topsy-Turvets. I don't read reversals, so, but it's interesting that I'm dancing with the cards. Okay. Singer of Healing and the Oakman. So what's interesting is that all of these cards were reversed. And then you got the Topsy-Turvets, which is, to me, the moment of the twist, the turnaround. So it seems to me like you're about to heal, or you're getting the opportunity, someone might be giving you an opportunity to heal from something that you don't understand in your life, like you don't understand where it comes from, something that is a bit mysterious to you, and it feels like someone is going to help you out with that, someone wise. That mysterious thing might also be connected to some sort of ritualistic magic, some sort of covenant or pact or ritual that was done in the shadows, in darkness, or away from your eyesight. And I feel like you're going to heal from that. There's also something here about energy healing. It's like you're carrying a sadness that you don't understand where it comes from. And I feel like it comes from some sort of spiritual connection or energy connection that happened mysteriously for you. Okay. What else do we have? For pile number 1, we have Venus in Virgo with discrimination. Venus in Aries with lust. Sun in Leo with fortune. Mercury in Aquarius with originality. Moon in Virgo with companionship. And Mars in Libra with choice. Okay. So I guess that in the shadows for you right now is that is about to be revealed to you, especially if you follow this intuition about something that makes you sad, or even someone in your life that you believe is particularly plagued by sadness, or might be depressed, too focused on the negative aspects of life. So it seems that in dealing with this person, you will find that without you knowing, you were involved in some sort of conversation or situation or even agreement between two parts without your knowledge, and somehow they considered your existence for that deal, for that agreement, but you weren't involved. And I feel like you are now going to be informed about that. Because I do feel like you might have to make a choice, and it also might be some kind of legal matter. Like you might choose to start something like a legal procedure, or to at least investigate the legality of a situation. And you're also going to get a new idea about what to do. Like, I should do this because of this. Like, okay, now that I know that this is happening, I should do this. I should focus on this, or I should change a certain aspect of what I'm doing. Eight of Pentacles. This might be work related, or it feels like it's something that you've already worked on in the past. Three of Wands. You might need to change some things about it, but it doesn't feel like it's a complete surprise or novelty. Four of Cups. So yeah, it feels to me like at the moment you don't understand your involvement in this yet, but that's what's going to change. I feel like you're going to work on something new. It's like you're going to start a new project because of this knowledge. Six of Cups. Nine of Swords. Okay, let me investigate this further. King of Swords. Seven of Wands. And Justice. It might also have something to do with an inheritance here. Something that you thought was already resolved, maybe, or that was something that you thought was fair, was like something was agreed upon, and you agreed upon a set of rules, but now something about those rules has changed, and now you need to address those. Address these changes. The World. Knight of Wands. Two of Swords. Death card. Okay. So it feels to me like you release a lot of worry once you know what's happening and you take action. Because I do feel like you need to take action. Something has ended. Something is different. Something has changed, and The rules of the game have changed, and now you need to do something about it. But you're still unaware, but that's going to change. So how will you see this new piece of information? How is this going to come to you? Mask off. Queen of Swords. It's a mask off moment also. Six of Swords. And the Hierophant. So it feels like this is going to be presented to you as a done deal, something that is finished, something that is done. It's already done, and you don't know about it. And I think that you have to go somewhere. It's like you have to go somewhere with that person so that you sign something. Okay, so let me just clarify this part of the inheritance, because I feel like it's work, but then it's inheritance. So can we clarify this, please? It's work. It's work, but there's something of a legacy here. So something that it might be something that something that you've done. It's something that you have done in the past. It's work that is done. So regarding what I said in the beginning about the sadness and this person that was sad around you, this might be that someone related to this situation was complaining or had this strange attitude, and I feel like it was because they were keeping you in the dark about something. And now with the blackbird, you're being called to investigate, okay, to have an open mind about the situation. So even if the person is complaining, if they're kind of stressed out about something, it feels like they have this pressure on them. And you can help that change for that person also somehow, because there's this partnership, and I feel like you're going to adjust your life to what they did in the background that involved you, like a decision that involved you. You're going to adjust, and you're going to change something regarding your work, regarding paperwork or some kind of legal framework. You're going to adjust and change how you're doing things, because I feel like you're worrying unnecessarily, like you don't need to worry so much. But it's a bit like a transference that's happening between this person and yourself. Something in your exchange that's kind of unnerving, and it's anxiety inducing. But I don't think it's you, because I feel like you're going to follow a completely different path from this energy. It's a complete turnaround. You see the other side of the situation. And maybe this person confesses to you, like, I have this anxiety about this, and this isn't really going well, but I actually want this to be, to continue and to flourish and to change for the better, or we need to change something about how we're doing this work. I feel like you're going to also have the opportunity to be more original, to be different. It's like you have ideas and you're going to be able to manifest those ideas, to materialize, to work on them. You're probably going to have more responsibility also, but I feel like it's going to open a lot of opportunities for you. And also, there's something about this shift that's a bit sudden. So it's like you have to take this opportunity once it comes. So if in conversation someone confesses that they're going through some kind of problem, I feel like you're going to bring a good solution. It's like your contribution is very important if you want it to be, if you want to take this further, if you want to evolve. So if you decide to continue this collaboration, this companionship that you see here, you see people are shaking hands. It's like, yeah, that's a deal. I think this is good. This is going forward. It's because in this exchange, you have some idea of what to do. But I feel like you have to take that opportunity instantaneously, like instantly in that moment. And I feel like it's because of your reaction to this confession or this problem that emerges that the other person sees in you a great potential for partnership. Okay. So this is an invitation also. I feel like this can be a sort of invitation. Oh, okay, now I understand. There's something very important here, also very specific, but it's very important. I feel like it's in a nutshell. It's going to be like this reading. If you have a conversation in which the person that you're talking to seems like they're negative, they have some kind of problem to solve, and it's anxiety inducing, and it seems like it's transferring to your life, I feel like you have to turn the tables completely and think like, this is actually an opportunity. And I feel like this person is telling me this because they're extending their hand and they're asking for help. It's like they're inviting me. They are inviting me. It's in a twisted way because it might sound like this person is just like dumping their worries on you. But I feel like it's actually an opportunity, and it's actually an invitation for you to have more responsibility, but also more work opportunities and more authority and creativity in what you're doing. It's actually a gift. So that the sadness, the fact that that person is confessing some kind of sadness or worry or anxiety to you is actually a gift, and it's actually the sign of some sort of trust that they're ascribing to the relationship, to your connection. Okay. Thank you so much for this. If you also enjoyed it, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I hope to see you again very soon. Bye. Pile number 2, your card is the veins. And the veins is about powerful and unexpected aid. It's also about relief from the challenges of life and from the difficulties that you might be going through. So these are 3 different plants here. There's wolfsbane, henbane, and hemlock. And these 3 powerful healing plants, actually, because it's I feel like it, I if I remember correctly, sorry, It's wolfsbane and also henbane that are used, for instance, in homeopathy. But, for example, hemlock was used to poison, to take the life of, for example, the philosopher Socrates. And it was used as poison throughout history and to kill opponents. And so these plants, they're so involved in very powerful events, healing events, transformative events, transformation, like healing tumors, healing really powerful disease, and taking away the pain, also relieving, making life easier, although they're such difficult and dangerous even substances to work with. So they're really, I'm drawn to this power, okay, to this power, the power to know when to use these substances. When is the right time to use certain substances? For certain energies. Okay. I could be here all day just looking at this card. The drawings are so beautiful. Okay. Let's get you a poem. This is Tin. And it's the winner, the best in the fight. So a great victory, overcoming great difficulty. Okay, beautiful. Makes a lot of sense with the Banes. Let's see, what else do we have that's in the shadow or in the shadows for you. I feel like we have a lot more hiding. Okay, is there anything more? Just one more. Okay, a lot of fairies today. The loam, spirit dancer, the Glankerner, and Il the retriever. Okay, beautiful. Powerful energies here. I'm also feeling that this might be about more than one person in your life. Not necessarily now, but more than one person in your life story. Okay. So what is this about? What is this shadow? What is in the shadow for pile number 2? Sun in Virgo with health. Let's see if we can fit all the cards here. Moon in Sagittarius with optimism. Saturn in Aries with risk. Sun in Pisces with vision. And Saturn in Pisces with loss. Okay. Let's see, what else do we have? The Tower. The World. Knight of Cups, Seven of Swords, King of Cups, Queen of Pentacles. So remember, the Banes is about using something very dangerous and even toxic to heal. So I'm getting that confirmation here with the Seven of Swords that you might have to use diplomacy and guile and to be smart about something and not very confrontational, to be a bit sneaky, or by your standards, to be sneaky in a way that it's a bit uncomfortable. But it seems like it's what's necessary here. Because I feel like although you're dealing with people, I feel like you're dealing with different people. But it feels more like this is about you. It's about you surviving and thriving and being victorious over something. And I even feel like it's victorious over your own, what you consider to be your own shortcomings, to overcome something in yourself that you don't like. Because it feels like behind some sort of darkness that you see in yourself is something that you really want, that you really need, actually. So I feel like you need to kind of take a risk here and to do something maybe a bit out of character so that you find something important, so that you retrieve something important, because it does feel to me like if you don't face this shadow element in yourself, you're going to be stuck. And it's also something about you that has ran out of its use. It's something that's no longer useful. And it might be blocking your emotional flow. Something that is blocking your emotional flow. And it needs, you have the Loam, unconditional giving and receiving, Spirit Dancer, spontaneity and authenticity, discovery, self-discovery. And Knight of Cups, to me, is also a lot about that, because the symbol here of the fish that is emerging from the water. So it's like you have to catch that fish. You have to catch that feeling as it emerges from the waters of your emotional sea. So somehow you being diplomatic and very cautious and smart about a situation, maybe it's a situation that requires you to manage a lot of different relationships. Something about that helps you out and helps you see beyond a great shadow here with the Glankener. A great form of gaslighting or self-destructive behavior. I feel like you take away this energy's power. The weapons, you steal the weapons. You have to steal its weapons. Ten of Pentacles, Six of Cups, Two of Pentacles. What I'm hearing is that this entity convinced you that you can't have, it's like you can't have it both ways, but actually you need to have all the ingredients. Okay, so maybe you were told that it's like you can't have a great relationship if you have a lot of success in your career, for instance. Or if you have a lot of money, you will never have good friends because everybody wants your money. Something like that. It's a belief like that. And it feels like you have to learn in a very strange way that you can actually have both. No, you need both. So instead of losing something that you need, you have to give up something, risk. You have to take a risk and give up something that you think is excluding the rest. Like, I want to focus on this, but if you only focus on that, you will lose everything that you also need to make that happen. So it kind of ruins the whole picture. There needs to be balance. That's the health. It's like there needs to be health. There needs to be balance. And there's a feeling that, or there's a concept that's emerging from your subconscious that is going to teach you something about that. That you have to keep dreaming and you have to keep striving for all the things that you desire. You don't need, if you focus on one thing because you think that you only have that and you have to sacrifice things that actually are very meaningful for you, you will end up ruining that thing also because you're not whole. You need to be whole. You need the whole picture. It's like you're painting with just one color. You need more colors to achieve full spectrum. It's like a limiting belief, and it's limiting your vision. So you have to be sneaky. That's so interesting. Six of Wands, victorious. So you are victorious. Maybe you will be more victorious than you imagine. You will have more things than you imagine. I feel like you're selling yourself a bit short here. And maybe someone convinced you that that's the way, or you're following the example of someone who is, or many people who might be a little bit chaotic or narcissistic in nature, and maybe they're trying to shape you They're trying to shape you, or you're letting them. Because this reading is all about poison that turns into medicine. How to use that power. I feel like it's going to be a great relief also for you when you realize that you need all these ingredients. Nine of Cups. Sun. Okay, so maybe in order for you to let this situation run its course, first you need to let this person believe that you are still following them, or that you are still pretty much in tune with what they're saying. And it's like you don't need to remove something from your life. You need to add. Hmm. So I don't see any need to cut the cord with this person or cut the relationship, okay? But I do see that you do have to give up on a belief. Hmm. I feel like you have to chase a higher ideal. You have to be more ambitious. Someone is keeping you like in a safe area for them to deal with you. And I feel like you have to rise above that, but you can't really be upfront with this person about it. You just have to do that on your own. This person isn't really involved in that. Maybe that feels like a bit of a loss, but it's okay. That person, it seems like they're still playing some sort of role in your life, as are many other people doing the same. But it's like you need to add more. And when I say more, I am saying quality, okay? You need to add more qualities, like more colors, more dimensions, not more quantity and clutter. It's actually about decluttering. It's about having the right ingredients and throwing away things that have expired, things that are not good for you, good for your health, good for what you're doing, what you want to achieve. Okay, maybe we learn a little bit more about this person. What's this person's role in your life? The Magician. I feel like they have resources, like they can help you do stuff and they can help you get things done and advance in your ideas and do the things that you want to do, collaborate with them. Two of Cups, I don't see any like cord cutting or rejection. You're still engaging, you're still communicating. The Hierophant. Yeah, you're still learning, you're still evolving with this person, still learning. Ace of Wands. Yeah. It's like they have their function in your life, but you have to be diplomatic about it and you have to keep your ideals like on the side. So from the aside from this, I wouldn't be too I think that this person might interpret your ambition as offensive somehow, as there's something offensive or something that might challenge, well, not offensive really, it's more like challenging. They find it challenging. They might be challenging people. It's like they're used to being in power, or they're used to being the center of attention, although they have authority and they have what it takes to hold that. But for you right now, it seems like you have higher standards. You have to be truthful to yourself and you have to admit that you need more. And although this person wants you to be certain, like to fit in a certain model, mold, okay, to follow their example, maybe it feels to me like you have to give them a bit of what they need, but you also have to realize that you have your own path and that you will be more victorious. You will overcome the challenges and the difficulties that you have in life if you realize that you need more than this. This person has a lot to give. It seems like they have great understanding and they have great wisdom to impart. And maybe you feel like if you're a bit sneaky about this, and if you work on other things, that this person will think that it will be a risk, like you will risk losing. But I actually don't believe that. I feel like they're still a part of your life, and I feel like you treasure their presence and you admire them. But I feel like they're in their own space. They're in their own championship. Let's say you have another championship to attend to, and you have other truths to address about yourself. And if you don't address them, you'll be stuck. You'll be stuck here, and your emotions will mirror that. So it's like this person is a good example for specific things, not for other aspects of your life that you need right now. And you need to include those aspects. So you need that mix, that good mix for you, like family, friends, work, career, creative projects, pleasure and joy, fun. You need that healthy mix, okay, of energy. I also feel like you'll feel safer emotionally if you are a bit distanced from, how do I say this? Not from this connection, but if you can engage with it, but in a way that's kind of, it puts things into perspective, and you're not too involved in this person's story in a way that is disturbing to you. And sometimes that might mean that this person, what I'm hearing is like this person just loves praise, and maybe you have to praise them so that they understand that you're with them and that you're by their side. But you're kind of like, okay, I wanted to say different things, like I need to speak my truth, I need to be maybe a bit more rough sometimes, or I need other ingredients, I need other stuff in my life, and this is not, you know, this isn't right for me. But you can't really engage with that conversation with this person. You have to be a bit much more centered around their experience, because that's like the only language that they can understand. So to me, this is the energy of the Glankerner. So it's kind of also triggering in you that way of being. So it's not that you're too focused also on the other person. It's the relationship with the other person that is triggering your own perception of yourself and things that you don't like about yourself. Like, I wouldn't like to be like that. Like, I'm seeing myself mirroring this person and I don't like it. It feels off. It's not, I don't feel like myself. And then you kind of have to keep up with the appearance, like it's okay, it's fine, but you're not, it's not fine. So it's strange. It's like this awkward feeling of misadjustment, of not being adjusted, not being comfortable. Yeah, feeling uncomfortable, feeling like there's no flow, no reciprocity, true reciprocity. I also feel like this is a sort of inner healing that needs time. So give yourself time and be kind, be gentle with yourself, so that this illumination, this healing, this truth has time to mature and to seep in to your psyche, deep into your psyche. So yeah, be forgiving also, especially with yourself. Maybe this person is also very strict, maybe with themselves, like they have like really very limited ways of operating, of doing things, and it's maybe also triggering to you that they have these rules, or you don't want those rules for yourself, you don't want to fit in that box. But I feel like if there's any sort of painful interaction or toxic interaction with this person, it is a great opportunity for healing with the pains, and you will overcome this easily if you're gentle and if you allow yourself the time to understand things, and if you don't worry about feeling like you're in an awkward place because maybe on the outside you're still operating in a certain way, but inside it feels strange, and it's okay. I feel like that's part of the process here. Okay. Thank you so much for this. If you also enjoyed it, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I hope to see you again very soon. Bye. Pile number 3. What is in the shadow for you? This is the owl. And the owl, of course, is a symbol of wisdom. They also hunt at night, so they turn a disadvantage into a great advantage. And they are also a symbol of clairvoyance because they work at night. They live during the night and sleep during the day. So when the spirits come out and when the veil is thinner, and when people are asleep, they're also creating a lot of astral energy, astral projection, and they're creating a lot of spiritual energy. And the owl gets to live in that energy constantly. So she's also a channel, of course, and a symbol of everything related to the occult and esoteric knowledge and wisdom in general. Everything that the others don't see, the owl sees. Okay. So, let's first get you your own about the shadow. What is in the shadow? Wow. Look at that. Even the OM is a bit dark, like a shadow. So this is more. And this is about the connection of the oceans and the seas, traveling, and also the connection to mother, to the mother, or to motherhood, also to the mother goddess. Okay, beautiful. So the owl is also very connected to Kylie, the goddess. I think that this is a symbol of the goddess here. Okay, let's see. So what is in the shadow for pile number 3? I think I was mispronouncing, so Kalyach, that's the right pronunciation, I think, for the goddess. That is the hag or the old lady. So connection with the mother, maybe like the mother lineage, the mother side of your family. Luminous doom, the piper, and Epona's wild daughter. Okay, Interesting. So, what is in the shadows? Or what is in the shadow for pile number 3? We have Jupiter in Taurus with status. Saturn in Gemini with concentration. Venus in Libra with indecision. Jupiter in Cancer with speculation. Wow. Saturn in Pisces with loss. And Moon in Leo with appreciation. So we have music here. I don't know, maybe that is meaningful. Okay. So this is starting to get a really like Neptunian feeling to me. So I do feel like this is a lot about the astral realm, and also so possibly I'm talking to people who are already students of some sort of esoteric knowledge, and you are on a path that will lead you to being appreciated by what you do. I think that you're being invited to also take care of that aspect in your life if that's not your situation at the moment. And I feel like you're going to use persuasive arguments and persuasive words to communicate something about this. It's like you're convincing other people of a specific path that might be connected to energy healing. It might be connected to something in the astral realm. It feels like a spiritual path. It's very oceanic, and it's also about the connection to mother. So in your case, I would consider studying your lineage, your family ancestry, and trying to see if there's any tradition of this kind of study or spirituality or any kind of devotion, spiritual devotion, even religious, in your family. It feels like it would also empower you somehow to further investigate that, or even just using meditation or certain tools that, or experts that can help you in hypnosis or like regression, something like that. It seems like a deep dive into a mystery about your family lineage, or your mother's side of the family, or all the mothers that you can identify in your ancestry. The Tower. Nine of Pentacles. The Moon. Working at night and sleep time or dream time is going to be very important. It seems like you have to take care of that aspect. So you want to get really deep sleep right now. It's really important that you sleep. because I feel like everything that might happen in your life that might be disruptive, especially if you have a lot of disruption and if you have a lot of things happening, like a lot of chaos, things going awry, things that you shouldn't, things that you can't control and that you are having a hard time managing, you should be even more mindful and careful of what happens at night and of your sleep quality. Also, meditation and energy healing, like Reiki, whatever works for you, whatever resources you have that are connected to deep rest and sleep. Page of Swords. I would study that. Yeah. I would also write, maybe have a dream journal to write about the perceptions that you're having after you meditate, after sleep, or to study techniques like sleep-inducing techniques, working with the body to remove the tensions that are blocking your sleep. Three of Pentacles. Be diligent about it. High Priestess. And you will unlock some sort of knowledge that is, I would say that this knowledge is crucial to deal with this Tower here. We'll get more information about it. The Wheel. Okay, 1 second. Temperance. Six of Cups. These two. Death and Four of Pentacles. So it feels to me like you might have to change your approach to something. So something in the collective is changing, and that's going to affect you somehow. I feel like it's actually healing. It's very, very healing, and you will need to change your approach to something. Okay, let's get you some advice. One moment. You have the Sun, the Hermit, Two of Swords, Seven of Pentacles. Okay, so I feel like you're going to find that you have to work more on your own on something. It might feel like it's a little bit lonely, but I feel like it's the right way to go because it's the right way to use your resources. It's like the wise way to manage your resources right now is to do the work on your own, because I feel like only you can access certain truths or there are certain pieces of information that are only allowed to you, only you have access to this. So don't worry if you feel lonely. It's actually part of this process. Something is changing in the collective. It's healing. And you have to adapt to that. But I feel like this adaptation is actually not immediate. Like, you don't need to change everything right now. And listen, this is, to me, this is about some sort of spiritual truth or spiritual realization. This is not something very materialistic, but I do feel like it's going to have a reflection in your day-to-day life, because maybe there are some disruptions to your sleep. There are some techniques that you need to implement. It's like you need to be smart about how you manage your body so that it can channel more clearly, and so that you allow certain transformations to occur. And maybe if you have a good connection to the mother side of your life, the mother, like self-mothering also, but also to that mother energy, maybe you have a good channel of communication, or you can have the opportunity to heal that channel, that connection with mother, with the mother, with your mother, with mother energy in your life, and with the feminine side of your family, all the mothers. There's something about that that's very special in the collective. It's like, I don't know, maybe there's this even like scientific discovery with temperance here. Something chemical, something like a scientific discovery that is revolutionary for mothers. Or some sort of discovery about the reality of motherhood, or the connection between child and mother, that makes you realize something and you adapt to it. I don't know, there's something there. And there's also something here about you being recognized for what you do, because you have your own thing, because you're doing things according to your own truth. And they might be a bit slow with Two of Swords here, but they're getting you it's the right energy. It's the right amount of energy. And it's also you defining your energy, discovering your own energy. And if you don't know exactly what to do right now, don't worry, because it's coming to you. It is coming to you and not you coming to it or towards it. Although if you study sleep, there's something about like the magic of sleep, the magic of the astral world, dream time, access to the subconscious, to the collective subconscious also. One thing that really attracts me in this card is the fact that she is swimming, but she also has wings. So swimming and flying. It's very magical. So it's oceanic. It's a very oceanic. So realizing the connection. Okay. So I think that there's something revolutionary in the collective sphere right now that is about to be revealed, about the connection. So how we all connect, or how we're all connected, there's something revolutionary about that. And I feel like it's going to make this, it's like a black and white distinction. Okay, it's going to be very stark and precise with temperance. It's going to be like game changing, I don't know, game changing technology or game changing knowledge, wisdom. And somehow that also impacts mm, the expression of your spirituality. What's also interesting here is that I feel like you are going to extract a a very specific knowledge from something that happens in the collective, and you will get that pearl of knowledge like no one will ever understand how you got that pearl of knowledge from such a an event. So imagine that you see something happen, like, okay, there's this meeting and all these powerful people come together, and you see like an image, like a footage, okay? And you see like a very small detail, like in the clothing, or you see something in someone, like, oh, I've never seen that person before. And you realize that if you investigate a little bit, you see, I'm connected to that person. And I have this really strange connection to that person, maybe even in the astral. And you get some sort of knowledge that only you can get. And you really can't divulge or explain how you got it. You have to kind of hold on to it until it's understood, or you have your own utility for it. You have to work on it. You get to work on this beautiful piece of information that's just for you. It's very specific reading, very original, I would say. I never thought of something like this. This is really like, it's like seeing the backstage. And maybe even people even might see like a show, like there's a lot of I don't know, maybe firework or like a spectacle. There's some sort of attention seeking, and but you see something behind. You see something that comes from the soul or that comes from the astral, because you have a special connection to the astral realm or to that person. And because of the whole motherhood or mother connection, I am tempted to say that that person might also be a mother, but not necessarily. Or that you might connect that person to your own mother, like there's some sort of similarity, maybe like an energetic fingerprint or some kind of soul tie. I don't know, this is very, very mystical reading. When I got the owl card, I thought that I was going to open a weird door, of course, because this is the way of the owl, of course, but it didn't disappoint. So it's really mysterious, and it seems like knowledge is coming to you that is only given to a very small group of people, or even just to you. It's like seeing this one thing, this one time event, revelation. And I feel like you're going to maybe even be curious about studying something special or something that you've never studied too much. And you're going to say, no, this is, now I'm really interested in this. Now I have to understand more. And I don't think this is something that you will be able to talk about with a lot of people, at least not for now. But they're going to recognize in you this powerful energy, and it is because of that wisdom, although they can't really put their finger on it and understand why they're drawn to your wisdom and to your presence. But it feels like that will remain a mystery also for them. Okay, very, very interesting. Thank you so much for this. If you also enjoyed it, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I hope to see you again very soon. Bye.